everyone and welcome back to Teacup Tarot, and in today's video we are looking at messages from your spirit guides and possibly your ancestors as well, because I am sort of seeing this trend, especially since the past 2 weeks. Like whenever I do spirit guide messages, it's almost like for a few piles the ancestors show up, and I have to sort of deliver the message according to that as well. So as I begin this video, I want to put it out there that these messages may primarily be from your spirit guides, but your ancestors may come in as well. My job is just to deliver whatever messages are coming through. They can be from your spirit guides, they can be from your pets who've passed on, your loved ones who passed on, or from your ancestors as well. Either way, we shall start the reading and you can choose your pile. We shall then start with your very first pile, which is pile 1. And if you have selected the very first pile, these are your messages from your spirit guides. So let us see what is it that they have to share with you today. So as you move into this time, especially when the reading comes out, this will be either a day post the lunar eclipse or 2 days past the lunar eclipse. So the sense I get is you're asked to not rush in to make any major decisions in your life. Right now, at whatever point of time you may find this reading, you are asked to wait, to watch, and to just observe life around you, to observe people around you, and to sort of observe how life is unfolding about you. Also, what I sense is for a couple of you, you need to take a step back and observe your life from a third person's perspective. Almost like from the perspective of your spirit guides. Like really look into, the patterns that have been very, very persistent when it comes to your life and what they've been trying to teach you. And the sense I get is you're missing something. Like you're missing a lesson, a crucial lesson that you were meant to learn, and because of which a certain loop, a pattern keeps repeating in your life. So that is something you need to be mindful of. And the only way you can sort of, understand it is to take that step back, wait, and just observe. That is the very first thing that I'm really getting here. All right, we'll move to the next one. So the next thing for you is now may be a time in your life that your spiritual community, that your spiritual tribe might show up into your life. I also feel like your participation in an organization may make that happen. Okay, but either way, as you're moving into this new phase of your life, possibly as you're realizing something, it's almost like magically a group of people will appear who will sort of help you in this forward journey, but also to sort of be your companions in this journey forward, especially when it comes to your spiritual journey. Of course, this can also be when it comes to your daily life. This can also be when it comes to your work life. Either way, I just feel like you will finally meet one group of people who will have your best interest at heart. That is what is coming through. The next one is you're being helped. So it's almost like, behind the scenes, you have a lot of help in whatever circumstances you may find yourself in. You may feel like you don't have help in your life, you have to do it all by your own. But sometimes, help is something your eyes cannot see. It's things being moved beyond the surface. It's things being moved beyond the curtains is what I'm getting here. Okay, so don't ever feel like you're alone. Don't ever feel like you lack help in your life, because you have a lot of help in your life. Some of that help will now show up into your life in terms of people, but some are, just beyond the surface of it, beyond closed doors is what I'm seeing. Because the sense I get is like heaven is working behind the scenes. Almost a sense I get is, couple of things will now be shifting in your life. There are going to be some changes happening, but these changes are for your highest good. That is what I'm getting. The next one for you is trust. Okay, now this is so very important. Trust that whatever is going to happen in your life, or trust that whatever is happening in your life is meant to be that way. It is meant to be in a certain way so that you walk towards the path that you're meant to walk on during this lifetime. It's because the path that you will walk on will lead you to the people that you're meant to meet during this lifetime. See, understand, nothing in our life happens by chance. There is no such thing as coincidence. And in your life as well, there is going to be no such thing as coincidence. Okay, so trust the process, trust the timing of your life as well. Also, what I get here is the divine time that we keep talking about. The divine time is now for you. Okay, it's almost like, things will start magically shifting around, is what I'm getting, because the time that we've entered in is also a very, very magical time. So it's almost like, for people who've been waiting for that soulmate to come in, this soulmate is going to come in. So people who've been waiting for that money to come in, that money is going to come in. That divine timing that we keep talking about is now. Okay, so it's your timing. Okay, it's your timing right now. So especially for people who've missed out, who've had their friends get married, move on in their life, settle down, but you were sort of, dealing with your own things right now. So now is your time, is what I'm getting here. Tears cleanse the soul. So this is like a very strong cleansing message here. So sometimes, especially when things are hard, or especially when things get tough, we sometimes tend to just hold things back. We just, bottle things within, and bottling up has never helped anybody. So if you feel like, you just need to have a good cry because something, even something minor has not worked out for you, or you just got out of bed and things just spiraled out of control, it's okay to cry. It's completely okay to cry. In fact, I encourage crying. Anytime I feel like I've had a really challenging day, I just cry my eyes out and I just feel so much better. Like, I don't know why we are so afraid of tears when tears are something that is so very helpful for us. So if you feel like, you need to let go of things and tears come out naturally, just cry. Okay, don't stop yourself, is what I'm getting here. Study. Okay, so like I was saying in the very first message, there are some lessons that keep repeating when it comes to your life. Certain lessons that you're meant to perfect during this lifetime, but for some reason you haven't been able to perfect it. Understand something, unless you learn a lesson, unless you perfect the lessons, things keep repeating. So really take that step back and just ask yourself, what is it that I need to consider, or what is it that I'm not considering right now? Okay, that is something you really need to ask yourself. Learn some lessons is what is really coming in, because what's going to happen is, as you learn this lesson, you're going to be set free. It's almost like, the things that were holding you back in your life are finally going to sort of release you. But for that to happen, one crucial lesson still needs perfection. So studying yourself is what is coming right now. Right now it's about nobody else. It's all about you. It's all about where you are in your life. It's all about how you've come about in this place. And it's all about how you are going to proceed from this place, is what is coming in. Intervention. Okay, so the timing that I was talking about right now, it's all about divine intervention in your life. And what I'm getting here is, there is almost going to be a redirection for you. There may be, for a couple of you, the path that you've been walking on can change because it just wasn't the right way for things to happen in your life, or you're just missing the point, is what I'm getting here. Okay, it's almost like, you are meant to live a very happy life, but your happiness lies elsewhere, is what I'm getting, because of which a certain number of people can be moved out of your life, a certain new people can be brought in. For some people, I'm also getting like a place change or a career change. Either way, there is some change that is going to be happening because the current path you're walking on is not the right one for you. Okay, so there is going to be this divine intervention happening when it comes to your life. Let us look at your last lesson. Release. So yes, certain things, especially things that you feel have not been working, needs to be released. See, for you to release something, firstly you need to know what is it that should be released. Sometimes what happens is, we get so busy living our life that we don't really understand things, or the way we see things is very, very flawed. So like I said, take a step back whenever you receive this message. Sit down and observe your life and just see what isn't working and release that. Just release things out of your life, because now only when you release things, whether this is people, whether this is circumstances, whether this is relationships, or whether this is career. Release is meant to happen. And of course, release sometimes is not easy. Sometimes I'm also getting people from the past who are no longer in your life, but you're still holding on to their memory. You need to release these people. See, release them, cry over them, because that crying is going to unburden you, is what I'm getting here. But let it go, because unless you let the old go, the new will not come in. Okay, and new beautiful things are just waiting around the corner, just waiting for you to release, make space in your life so that the new can enter. And you have help, as you're releasing as well, you have help, because that divine timing is just waiting for you to release things, is what I'm really getting here. So ask yourself, what is it that you want to release, and just release it. And the best way for me when I do a release ceremony is lighting a black candle, writing a note on a piece of paper, whatever I want to release, whatever feelings I want to release, names of people I want to release, and just burn it on using the flame from that black candle, and let the black candle melt away. It may take some time for the candle to melt away, depending on how big the candle is, of course, but just let the entire black candle melt away. And I personally believe, as that candle is over, your release ceremony is over. And just bless the people who've been out of your life, because they taught you something, they taught you a valuable lesson, and you've learned the lesson, so you should be grateful to them. Yeah, so that is your message from your spirit guides today. I just want to pray that you get a lot of strength, and you get a lot of blessings from your angels and your spirit guides, and a lot of protection as you do this release ceremony. I will see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you have chosen pile 2, these are your messages from your spirit guide. So let us see what is it that they'd have to share with you today. So the very first message for you is to take the lead, to take the driver's seat of your life, is what is coming through. You shouldn't really be afraid. Also, another thing that is coming here is, don't be a people pleaser. Don't try and make everybody happy. Your focus during this lifetime is to make yourself happy, to ask yourself, am I happy in this circumstance? Am I happy in this relationship? Am I happy in this career? And listen to what you have to say to yourself. Okay, and once you really listen to what is it that you want, it's time to take action towards it. Get in the driver's seat of your life. Okay, you cannot be a witness to your life any longer. You cannot also be that pushover kind of a person. Anybody can come and just say anything to you, and you'll be like, okay, just there, wanting to maintain the peace. No, it's time to really stand for yourself. It's also time for you to respect your boundaries, is what is coming through. What is it that you want? You really need to ask yourself that. Okay, another thing that is really coming through here, it's time to water your garden, just what we were talking about. It's time to take care of your own garden. It's time to take care of your mind. It's time to take care of your soul. It's time to take care of your body. Give yourself what you need. If it is rest you need right now, you should rest. And don't feel bad about resting. A lot of us feel bad about resting. I am personally really guilty about resting, okay? But either way, if your body requires that rest, if your body requires that loving care, if your body requires that nourishment, give yourself that. If you're not happy in your relationship, you feel like you deserve more, step out of that relationship. Okay, please don't be a pushover. Don't let people walk all over you, is what is getting here. It's time to water your garden. It's time for you to flourish as an individual. That is very important right now. See, another thing that is so significant as I'm delivering this message is, I have a beautiful garden. Okay, I'll just look out of my window and I have a beautiful garden here, and there is a person sweeping the grounds. I can actually hear it. I don't know if the camera is catching it or not. But the message I'm getting here, it's time for the old to move out of your life. The old way of being, your old thoughts, your old patterns of relating to people, all of that needs to be swept away by that gardener. And that gardener is yourself, So sweep off the old so that the new can enter. Okay? Newer relationships are also coming in for a couple of people. Fated meeting. Just what we were talking about. This is like meeting your soulmate. meeting that person that you were meant to meet during this lifetime. Understand something, this doesn't always have to have a romantic connotation. For some people, this can also be just a friend that you need right now in your life, a friend that can help you during this phase of your life. Of course, this can be a romantic connection as well. See, understand something. When you step into your life purpose, you end up meeting the kind of people you were meant to meet during this lifetime, including your relationship person, including your soulmates. And soulmates can be multiple, okay? It doesn't have to just be one person, but also meeting your soul tribe. But for few people, I think this is going to be the person that you settle down with. That is something I'm really getting. New beginnings. New beginnings, of course, like we were talking here, sweeping of the old and the new to enter in your life. This can be a new beginning when it comes to relationships. See, again, this doesn't always have to mean old relationships ending. This can just be new ways of relating to your partner. Maybe drawing in new understandings, drawing in new ways of relating to your partner, or just, changing the way your relationship worked is also what is coming in. For few people, this can also be moving to a new place, moving to a new situation, moving to a new career, or just doing existing things in a new pattern. All of that is coming in, but the old way of being is completely out. That is what I'm getting here. And see, we just had a lunar eclipse, so possibly for people who've done the release ceremony, it has worked, and that has really brought in the new energy here. Breaking free. As you break free, as you enter this new beginning, you should try a lot of things. Try things with your appearance is what I'm getting for a couple of people. Is somebody out there wanting to really change the way your hair looks? Because I don't know, I'm just getting this hair thing for some reason. If you want to change the way your hair is currently, please feel free to do that. Either way, if you want to experiment with new things, learn new things, or explore new ways of being. I'm also getting a lifestyle related messages. For some people, I'm also getting a living situation. Okay, possibly you may move out of your current living situation or move out of your old home and move to a different house. That is also something that is getting. But whatever is happening, you'll grow as a result of this experience. And your soul will grow, but also your experiences will grow, and that will sort of make you a very interesting person is what is coming through. If you want to get that haircut, girl, you should get that haircut. I'm just telling you, you're never alone. What I see is, you are no longer going to be that isolated lighthouse. Especially if you have lived a lot of your time alone, you're not going to be alone anymore. New friends can be coming in, but again, I'm getting this relationship vibe a lot for a lot of people, especially people who've been single for a while. Your relationships will get better as well. Even if you are committed to a person, your relationship will get better is what I'm really saying. But you're not going to be alone anymore. But again, because this is a message from your spirit guides, it's like no matter what phase of your life begins, they are always going to be with you. And they're always going to guide you. And the sense I get is, they're very proud of you. They're very proud of you for reaching this stage of your life. Because, your journey has not been easy. And there are times when, you were almost ready to give up. But you did not give up. And I think that is the most beautiful part of you. And which is why they are so proud of you. And they are going to be a part of your life no matter what, is what I'm getting here. Just ask. Anytime during this new phase of your life as well, if you feel like you need extra assistance, if you feel like you need answers, ask. Ask for a sign is also what I'm getting here. Also for a few of you, if you were asking if this house is meant to be your house or if you should buy this house, the answer is yes. This can just be one person, but this message is really coming through. So yes, this house is meant to be yours, or you're meant to move is what I'm getting here. Okay, but again, I know this was very random, but if you need help, just ask for it. Ask for your spirit guides to leave you signs. The signs can come to you through various sources. It can be nature signs, it can be through people, like just getting validation from people, but you'll get that answer. Okay, so just ask. See, without asking, the answer is always going to be no. So if you wanted to ask for a promotion, if you wanted to ask a person out, please go and ask them. Okay, that is what I really want to leave you with. And the last one is phases and cycle. I will tell you, you've just ended a cycle. You've just ended a cycle, and with that cycle comes a new beginning. You've released a lot, is what I'm getting here. So, for people who did the lunar eclipse, ceremony that I asked you guys to do, you've released a lot. You've released a lot, and you finally made space for that new to enter in your life. You've broken free, is also what I'm getting here. And you're free from certain chains, things that were holding you back. For a couple of people, I also get the message that you've learned the lessons that you were meant to learn during this lifetime, and because of which you are now free. That is also one message that I'm really getting. Okay, for you, it is all about cycles. And it's all about releasing the old so that the new can enter. You've released the old already, and the new is about to enter. You are about to enter a very lucky phase of your life, is also what I'm getting for a few of you, okay? You're ready to start again. You're ready to start. Things that were stagnant for a while, those are going to kick in now, is what I'm getting here. Okay, your spiritual team is with you very strong as usual, and so are your ancestors. Okay, use the full moon. Okay, use the full moon to your advantage, of course, with the moon energy being here, because working with the moons will really help you even when it comes to manifesting things in your life. So especially moon related ceremonies, moon related rituals, and moon related goddesses are things that are your things. So anything related to the moon, you should be working towards it. That is what I'm getting here. Yeah, I will leave you with that. You're beginning a new phase of your life. I wish you good luck, and I pray to the angels, I pray to my spirit guides and yours to help you out and to bless your path. That is my blessing to you. I will see you in my next one. Bye. Alright, and if you have chosen pile 3, these are messages from your spirit guides. Let us see what is it that they have to share with you. Now, the message is that of the snake spirit. Now, the snake spirit is actually a very wise spirit. It's also a message from your ancestors, okay? Because the snake spirit is, for me, a spirit of the ancestors. So they are sort of reminding you it's time for you to heal. But healing can be a lot of things. Healing can just be forgiving somebody else, letting them go out of your life once and for all. Healing can also be letting old ways of relating to people just be a part of the past. Healing can also be letting go of your old thought patterns, letting go of the way you think about situations. This really is giving me the message of freeing yourself, because the message I have here is you're trapping yourself. Nothing else is trapping you. This is not your life circumstance. This is not a person. This is you trapping yourself. Okay? This is your thoughts that are trapping you. What are you thinking about? What are your most repetitive thoughts? You need to let that thought pattern go. Unless you release the thought pattern, you are not going to heal. Let me just give this out to you. Okay, you really need to understand this. See, what happens is, what troubles us most is not our present circumstances. It's our memories. It's when we look back at times. It's when we look back at hurt. It's when we reflect on certain events again and again. It's like we hurt ourselves much more than other people have hurt us. Control yourself. Control these memories. Control your mind. And that is how you'll heal. Okay, you really need to focus on your thought pattern, is what I'm getting here. And at this point of time, a very important lesson in your life is unfolding. So what situation do you find yourself in right now? See, the universe works in perfect ways. So if you've received this message, when I was delivering the first message, what was the first thought you thought about? Who was the first person you thought about when I was delivering that message? That person or that memory relating to that person needs to go. And that is your lesson. The first thing that popped into your mind. Okay, but you need to learn that lesson well, because unless you learn that lesson well, it will keep repeating in your future. If you choose to hold on to things, if you choose to hold on to memories, and if you choose to replay them in your mind again and again, the message is going to keep repeating, the pattern is going to keep repeating. Okay, so please put an end to it. Please put an end to it. and heal yourself, because right now it's only you who can heal yourself. That's the message I get. The next for you is relationships. See, for you especially, because you're pile 3, the relationships that come into your life are mirror images of your own life. Sometimes the things we hate about the other person the most are possibly things that we see within ourselves as well, but we just don't acknowledge it. So if you want to heal your relationships, firstly you need to heal yourself. Because what happens is we only attract the people we are in our life. So if you want a person to come into your life who is healed, who is happy, and who will make you happy, you need to become that person yourself. Okay, if you want your partner to sort of display certain characteristics, you need to display those characteristics yourselves. Our relationships are always a mirror of us. Remember that. It's always about what we feel within that comes out in our day-to-day experience. Okay, so just heal yourself first and your relationships will get better. See, understand this. You are a light worker. And you understand why your own healing is so much more important. Because if healing through you is going to come to other people, it's going to be important for you to take care of yourself first, to take care of your mind first, take care of your body first, take care of your emotions first. So unless you are healed, how are you going to heal anybody else? See, tomorrow there are going to be children that will come through you, grandchildren that will come through you. And you will be the ancestor who will pass on the patterns. What kind of an ancestor do you want to become? Do you want your children and your grandchildren to clear out your own karma? Is that what you want? I don't think that's what you want. So your mission is so important. Do you realize that? Your mission is to heal yourself so that the people who come through you, your family, your children, will be children who will be evolved, will be children who will have healed, and they will be the children who will heal the world later on. So you have a very special purpose. You almost have a double mission during this lifetime. One is to heal yourself, and the second is to be responsible for the generation that is coming after you. You are going to be that ancestor who breaks the chain. Remember that. And your own ancestors are standing next to you. It's almost a reminder, It's almost like they are reminding you, don't make the mistakes that they did. See, you guys are pile 3. You've had a lot of work to do in this lifetime. See, a lot of work is because your ancestors did not heal themselves. Don't repeat that mistake. And they are standing next to you right now, supporting you as you do this, supporting you as you understand your lesson, and supporting you as you heal yourself and the generation that comes after you. You're worthy. You deserve all the good in your life, Also, another thing that I get is for you guys, you also block your own blessings. You block your own blessings because for a couple of you, you feel like you're not worthy of them. For some people it happens like when they get in a lot of money, they feel like, oh my God, this is just going to be taken away from me. Or if I have this happiness, tomorrow it's going to vanish. I am sure it's going to vanish. It's because you deem yourself as unworthy. Your spirit guides don't think you're unworthy. The universe doesn't feel you're unworthy. It's because you yourself feel that you're unworthy. So heal that. Heal that within you. Heal that memory that triggers this belief of unworthiness. So the message for you is just plain and simple healing. You are going to, overcome this. So it's almost like you are going to put in that work. See, the message again that I get is you have almost reached the top. You've done a lot of healing, you've learned a lot of lessons, and it's almost like that last stage before, reaching that summit, before looking at that sun shining that is coming through. You are just about to hit that ascent. The only thing left now is to heal yourself and letting go of those memories. Okay, and this is so important. The last message for you is that of the green man. For you, it's important to create a garden within. It's when you create that garden within, the outside world will start looking like a garden to you. See, you had the message of mirror souls. So any person who comes into your life will mirror to you what you put out. So the minute you put out a beautiful garden will sort of show up in the form of another person. The minute you realize that you need to create this garden within yourself, and the minute you create that garden within yourself, you will free yourself. You will free yourself from everything that has been holding you back, is what I'm getting here. Also, what I sense is, your life purpose during this point of time is to create a beautiful garden within, to heal yourself, and to start planting beautiful seeds so that beautiful seeds can come through you. This can also be in the form of your children. Understand how responsible you are, how much of a big responsibility you have placed on your shoulders. You are pile 3. Your burden is always much more stronger. You are right now responsible for the generations that will come after you. You are responsible for the healing of the generations that will come after you. So, for you, but also for your children and your grandchildren, you need to grow this garden within you. That is the most important lesson. So, if there's anything that you want to take away with you, is creating a garden within you. Just, if you can, just screenshot this image and just have this in on your phone, on your desktop, anywhere. And just every day when you wake up, ask yourself, have I created this garden yesterday? And what can I do today that will help me create this garden? And just if there's anything you can take away, just take this away. I'm going to leave you with that. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.